Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? So in today's video I'm going to be making a 3-layer organza sleeve. So here I have my organza on fold using half of my armhole measurement and the length of my sleeve. I have two of them. I'm going to be placing them on top of each other. They are both folded into two. So I'm going to mark my sleeve now. I'm coming down by 4 inches. I'm going to use that. I'm curving my sleeve. Well, that is not how I wanted it to go. So I'm going to redo it. Yeah, that is better. So please, if you don't know how to cut a basic sleeve, I'm sure you'll find a tutorial on YouTube. So I'm measuring half of my armhole measurement again, plus 2 inches allowance, and I'm working. That is 12 for me. Yeah. Then half of my round sleeve is 12. No, my round sleeve is 12. Half of it is 6, and then I'm adding extra 2 inches for allowance. I'm going to connect that. And I'm cutting. Working with organza can be very tricky. Okay, so that's it for the basic sleeve. Next off, I am opening my sleeve up like so. So I'm going to mark where my flares are going to sit, where the layers are going to be. So I'm marking 1 inch from that point, and then 2 inches from here, as you can see, and then 2 inches from that middle point again. So I'm going to have one flare on that point, another flare on the second point, another flare on the third point. So I marked the same thing on this other side, and I'm going to connect the two of them together. No. So those are the places where my flares are going to sit. I'll be hemming the down of the sleeve like that. Very tiny hem, just to keep it neat. And then I'll do the same thing on the second sleeve. I'll mark 1 inch from there. Then I mark 2 inches. And then another 2 inches. I'll come over to this side and do the same thing. 1 inch, then 2 inch, and then another 2 inch. I use my ruler to connect them together. Next, I'm measuring these lines. I'm going to use them to cut out my flare. So I measured my line and now divided it by 6.28. I added the length of my flare to it, which is 7 inches. All together I have 10.4 inches. So I have my organza here folded into 2 using the 10.5 inches, and then this other way too I'm going to fold it into 2 again using the same 10.5 inches. So 10.5 inches, 10.5 inches into 2. All in all, I have my organza folded into 4. You Guys, I just hope you understand what I'm saying. Hey. Okay, so I'm marking my radius now. So when I divided the line into to 6.28, I got 3.4. So that is what I'm marking here right now. So I'm going to mark 3.4 all the way like so. This is just basically how you mark your 360 degrees flare. If you're familiar with that, I don't think you have a problem with this. So now I'm marking the length of my flare. So the length is 7 inches plus the radius, which is 3.4, and I have 10.4. So this 10.4 that I'm marking right now. So I'm cutting that out. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly click on that subscribe button. Thank you. So this is one. I'm going to cut for the middle line again. I'm cutting this other end open, just one end open. So for the second one, I measured the line too. I divided it by 6.28. The answer I got, I added 7 inches to it, which is the length of my flare. So after adding that, I now use that to fold my fabric into two, like that. And then I folded it again into two, making sure it gives me the same measurement. So I'm marking my radius again for the middle line. And then the length of the flare. I'm going to mark that round again and cut it out. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, cut, cut. So for the third and the last layer, I'm doing the same thing. I divided that line by 6.28. I added 7 inches to it. I used my answer to fold into two and then again into four. I'm marking the radius again. So I'm going to have two I'm going to have okay, each of these is going to be I'm going to have two of these, two of the previous one and two of the first one I got, because I'm making two sleeves obviously. So yeah. So these three are for one sleeve. I need another three for another sleeve. I'm going to go and hem all of them, the flares and then the base. So I've hemmed my sleeve and the flap pieces, and now I'm going to be sewing them on these lines like this, but I'm going to turn it over this way so that the raw edges will be hidden when I'm done. So place them like so on the line, and you sew. When you turn it over, it's clean. The same thing for the middle line. Place it the right side that way, and then you sew it on that line and pin in the excess, pleat in the excess. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the last one. So to make my life easier, I decided to pin them in place first before taking them to my machine for stitching. So yeah, I'm pinning in the excess, I'm pleating in the excess. Another thing, instead of hemming the flap pieces, you can just weave them. It comes out nice too. So that's how it's going to fall when I'm done sewing. Pin the last one the same way as well. Pin, 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 pin. Pins just make the life of a tailor a whole lot easier. So I've joined them all together, and this is how it's looking. It's not relaxed, so I'm going to iron it down so that it sits, more relaxed. When ironing organza, you need to be really, really careful because it burns very fast. It's a lot more relaxed now. This is what we have. So next up, we are going to close up our sleeve. So I'm going to pin the flap pieces down before joining them together. I want them to align. So just watch what I'm doing. I'm sure you understand. So you see, I'm placing them at the edge of the sleeve block, aligning them properly. You guys just watch. I'm just taking my time, trying to make sure it comes out nice. So I'll fold it into two like this, and I'm going to pin it together. So next up, I'm going to measure my armhole round in two. That's my round armhole divided by 2 is what I marked there. So the rest of the sleeve, it doesn't really matter if it's fitted or not, because the outside already has layers that are flared. So just make sure your armhole, half of your round armhole is accurate. And so I've joined the sleeve together, and here is the final look. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.